Michael from Illinois,
Yeah.
how are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good. Busy.
Busy?
I just did my last news view for Mondays, and I got a radio show playing music now. But what I wanted to say was, first, a lot of statists out there in this country and others are endangering themselves, threatening their own lives, and conservatives because of their leftist beliefs and or agenda.
Yeah.
And who do you think I mean?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm saying this leftist agenda of political correctness.
Well, it hurts all of us.
Dumbing down. Yes, it hurts everybody, but some people don't seem to realize that what they are doing could cause the Muslims to kill us all, or a great many of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another thing, what I wanted to call about last week, and I didn't get to...
Yeah, by the way, I'm sorry about that. We had some tech difficulties with the phone lines, and they were down for some reason, so...
Yeah. I just wanted to say, what happened in Boston wasn't really a tragedy. It was an atrocity.
Mm.
And one way the left is winning on their agenda in this country and others is by dumbing down the schools and the newer dictionaries.
Yep. And the textbooks, too, for that matter.
Well, yes, all the textbooks, including dictionaries. They have... It's gradually gotten worse since the beginning of the 20th century.
Mm.
And if you... I have trouble reading books. I'm much better at reading websites,
mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of crazy stuff like you were talking about, the conspiracy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There is way too much.
It's nuts.
There are people... Yeah?
It's absolutely nuts.
There were people who just believe, and when I was younger, I kind of fell for some of it too at first, but not anymore. At least I hope not anymore. But, yeah, there are lots of conservatives out there, or people who think they are conservatives who aren't really conservatives.
Right.
Just like with anything else, any religion, there are people out there who are just misguided or who have been brainwashed by the left.
Right. I was talking to my friend Jimmy Z the other day, and he put it perfectly. Remember when, back in grade school, when people would, kids would say, "I know a secret you don't know." That's exactly what these conspiracy theorists are doing. They think they're all big and mighty because they know something that everyone else doesn't know. They're looking to get ratings if they have a talk show. I mean, they're making themselves look like complete idiots.
Yeah, I just don't... There are people... I've seen people who come across The Onion and believe every word of it because they've never heard of The Onion before and they didn't know it was satire.
Mm.
So this is going on all over the place right now. Hopefully, I don't know how you can stop it except keep pounding away at talking about it.
Yep.
Because it's just gotten absurd.
I agree. Now, Michael, let me ask you a question. Earlier in the program, I played a clip from Melissa Harris Perry, who said that the fact that this suspect, the guy that they caught who committed the acts in the Boston Marathon, the fact that he is Muslim, she says doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. And to that I say, what the hell is she talking about? What say you?
I say she's an idiot, but I also would say...
She's a blithering idiot.
I would also say that I don't know if she knows what she's trying to say or not, or if she has a dark agenda about it, or if she knows she does. But if you ask me, that would be the number one top reason on the list to suspect why he did what he did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's important because we need to recognize the fact that, yeah, he is Muslim, and then go from there and say that maybe he's working with Al-Qaeda, maybe he's working with the Taliban or other terrorist organizations. It's important information, and we cannot let political correctness come in the way of us obtaining that information.
Well, you know, it makes me wonder sometimes, are there Democrats who are in cahoots with the terrorists, any of them, or are they all just idiots?
Michael,
or are some of them idiots and some not? What is it?
Michael, I got to tell you, I've dealt with liberal Democrats for 4 years now, and I've come to one conclusion. 99.9% of them are absolutely moronic.
Yeah.
Absolutely moronic. It's like they don't... Have you ever watched the show Walking Dead, Michael?
No.
Okay, well, The Walking Dead is about the zombie apocalypse, and every time I see a zombie on that show, a brainless, stumbling zombie, I think of liberal Democrats. Yeah, they don't have a brain. They are incapable of thinking for themselves.
I get your analogy. Yeah, they've been spoon-fed by their parents and their teachers in their schools.
Yep.
A vote of trash, garbage.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope to be streaming my music show someday at the station, and I'll let you know if we ever are.
Yeah. Now leave all your information on my program. Go ahead. You could say it for all my listeners to go to and check you out online.
Well, if you go to @NewsViewerBanna on Twitter, there's a link there to my other Twitter, my personal Twitter. There's a link to my YouTube, one of my YouTube channels, and I have 2 Facebook pages. One's The Michael Show, and the other one is Newsviewer Banna on Facebook.
All right, great. Anyone listening to this, guys, check out those sites. Michael, I want to thank you very much for coming on. Call in anytime, my friend. It's always great talking to you.
You're welcome. I just wanted to say again that I don't believe this was a tragedy. It was an atrocity.
Amen.
We need to get the language back up to par.
Amen.
And I don't care what Bill Maher and his guests were stupid, because who cares if the founding fathers could have known about Montana? What's that have to do with anything?
It doesn't have to do with anything. And by the way, Michael, have you noticed that growth on Bill Maher's face between his lips and his eyes?
Yeah,
some call it a nose, but I think it's a growth. It's just huge.
Yeah. Well, take care, guys.
All right, Michael. God bless.
You too.
All right, there he goes.
Factor Talk Radio.